famous Mercedes-Benz has been around for quite some time and has built a reputation in the automotive world. Even people who are not really interested in the specifics of different car brands can attest that Mercedes is one of the most reliable ones in the world. With hundreds of different cars built in 129 years, Mercedes-Benz has always been one of the world's most recognized and best-selling car brands, combining German build quality with amazing styling cues and high-end features. This is Car Inclusive, and in this video, we'll try to pick the best Mercedes-Benz models of all time. But before that, remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that bell so you'll be informed with our latest uploads. Here we go! To kick things off, at number 10 is the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gull-Wing Coupe. Introduced back in 1954, the iconic 300 SL was the first in the Mercedes SL class lineup. SL, which stands for Sport Light, was the fastest production car in the world, capable of reaching a top speed of 263 km per hour or 163 miles per hour. It was also a racing champion, but the real beauty came from its distinctive gull-wing doors and remarkable design, which turned it into a timeless classic and sought-after car by collectors still to this day. The Gull-Wing 300 SL was followed by a roadster version 3 years later, but everyone still loved the two-door coupe and its breathtaking doors. This car was also the first production model in the world to feature a fuel-injected 3.0-liter fuel-injected engine capable of producing 215 horsepower. Impressive numbers in the 1950s, right? Ninth on the list is the Mercedes-Benz 300D Audinot. The 300D Audinot was specifically designed to be on the same level as the Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, looking more like a modern version of a traditional limousine. It was dubbed Audinot after the first Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, who used this model pretty often. The first Mercedes-Benz 300D was released back in 1960, and it's still perfect for those who want to ride in style without being overly flashy. This car looks extremely elegant from any angle. Number 8 is the SLR McLaren. It's no surprise that this collaborative model between Mercedes-Benz and McLaren made the cut of our list because it took the world by storm with its unique design and raw power. Launched in 2003, the SLR McLaren impressed everyone with its massive 5.4-liter supercharged V8 engine that could deliver 617 horsepower, and it got even more extreme with the 2022 versions. This beast had a 5-speed automatic transmission with 3 manual modes, and it was probably a dream for any car enthusiast out there. The SLR McLaren was named one of the most capable supercars ever made, and for a car that's nearly 20 years old, it could easily compete with some of the newest supercars of today. On the 7th spot is the G-Class. Originally developed as a military vehicle, the G-Wagon was released in a civilian version back in 1979. The 4-wheel drive luxury SUV has evolved a lot in these last couple of decades, but its iconic boxy shape hasn't changed much over the years. The G-Class quickly became a staple for many celebrities and rappers thanks to its flashy design. It is undoubtedly an SUV that draws attention with its rugged design and a bold choice of colors. But even though the exterior looks rough, inside the cockpit this SUV speaks functionality. After all, it was first designed to be a military vehicle, but it was soon adjusted to be the ultimate civilian SUV. Number 6. The Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. The successor of this iconic 300 SL Gull-Wing Coupe, the Mercedes SLS AMG, was initially released as a limited production supercar with the same signature gull-wing doors. The SLS stands for Sport Light Super, and this sports car was indeed super cool with a lightweight aluminum chassis and a body shell that was hand-built in Germany using nothing but the finest materials. Powering up this beauty was a massive 6.2-liter V8 engine that could develop 571 horsepower. The SLS AMG was developed by Mercedes-AMG together with former F1 driver David Coulthard. At the number 5 spot is the Mercedes-Benz 190 SL. It's very hard replacing a legend, and this car had to do exactly that as it followed the incredible 300 SL. But the Mercedes-Benz 190 SL was also a brilliant vehicle, and it was highly appreciated because it kept the good looks inspired by the 300 SL, and it was also a lot more affordable. Mercedes-Benz realized there's a lot of demand for an SL that would be less expensive, and even though the 190 SL wasn't as powerful as its predecessor, it was equally fun to drive. And it had a lot of new features that made you forget about the differences in power and extreme speed. At number 4, we have the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. Although it was first designed to be a race car, the CLK GTR quickly made its way onto regular roads soon after its debut in 1997. Because race cars are quite different from street cars, this beast had to be adjusted and toned down just a little bit to make it safe for street use, but it still looked incredible and its performance were off the charts. The street version of this car was priced at a cool $1.55 million, which added even more to their exclusivity and appeal. They have an incredibly powerful 6.9-liter V12 engine, which makes sense since they were originally designed to be used on the racetrack. At number 3 is the Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Coupe. Launched in 2008, the C63 AMG turns the C-Class into a real sports car. The newest C63 AMG is powered by a handcrafted 503 horsepower AMG 4.0-liter V8 bit-turbo engine that can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.8 seconds. And since it's still a C-Class at its heart, the design of this model is quite sleek. It's a bit more aggressive than the standard model, but it's still quite classy. Since this is a modern Mercedes model, you can find parts for it, unlike other models that have been around for decades. You can find the original parts you need for any model simply by browsing through a Mercedes-Benz part catalog, even if you have an older car. At number 2, we have the Mercedes-Benz 540k Special Roadster. The 540k Special Roadster was designed in 1936 and it was always one of the finest cars of its time, especially because it featured a massive 5.4-liter 180 horsepower engine. Available as both a 2 and a 4-seater, the manufacturing of this classic ceased in 1940. Even though you will not find it on the roads, owning this car is the dream of many automotive enthusiasts. Although cars today have more to give in the engine and acceleration categories, this model remains one of the best in Mercedes' history. And before we reveal our 10th and final Benz jewel, remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can be notified with our latest uploads. And the final spot goes to the Mercedes-Benz 500e. The 500e, commonly known as the 4-door Porsche, is basically the improved version of the 300e, which Mercedes felt lacked a certain kind of oomph. Mercedes tried to recreate the ultimate high-performance E in the 90s and took inspiration from the 1990 Porsche for the 500e. This car was built together with Porsche, hence the nickname. Mercedes has made a name for itself as one of the best automobile brands globally, so it is not the easiest thing to try and list the best Mercedes models of all time because there are just so many of them. These amazing cars are certainly diverse in specifications and designs, but they are all equally impressive, to say the least. Whether it is because of how fast they are, their sleek designs, or the luxury they provide, it is safe to say that these cars are ones for the history books. This has been Car Inclusive. Tune in next time for more exciting car videos.